Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Down, 90 Wolf. Ricky. Shift. Joker. Leo. Let's go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You got tight right there. Bam. Action. Check. Go out. Get it.
On second down now. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Here's Minshew. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or. Here we go. Rush in. Look, squeeze. Pick the edge. Come. Jam. Ready.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
On the set. 47. Check right 47. You gonna get this, boys? You think you gonna get this? Shift. Watch the shift. Hard. Check. Hey, Sam off. Big grip.
On second down, Minshew. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Watch the safety creep. Slam. Big edge.
Minshew throwing on third down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Rock it. Under 10. Squeeze. Crunch. Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 start. Pilot. 64. Reach. Hey, exit. Shit. Go.
On first down, Stanley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stanley. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. At the and his first carry, he loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. The 30, 20. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Stanley. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Stanley. This is the tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Looking to throw. Stanley got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back to throw. Stanley. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Hey, let's go. Here we go. Check 31. Check your hot read. Wide. Hard.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, Haywood. Even pretty quiet. Tighten up. Hey, Sam off. He's coming. Go on. Shoot.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, lock it. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Check 99, check 99.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Stanley. He's got his man. That's Wallace. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Throwing on 1st down, Stanley. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Out. He's checking crack. Deep rip.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Look at me. Go. Rock it. Slam. Bang. Squeeze. Bang. Fight.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll try and throw for it here. And able to complete it to Moreau. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Go on, go on.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Watch it.
Hey, lock it.
Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Minshew, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Switch. Kill, kill, kill.
Leo.
Check.
Shoot.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Under pressure, they got him again. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
90 Wolf. You're out.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check 37.
Look at me. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Minshew. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Get it.
After the sack on 1st down, Minshew. And the pressure gets to him again. Robert Quinn picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Go.
Minshew sets to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
58's the money.
Ready.
On 1st down, Stanley. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Stanley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Rip right. Check it back.
Go.
2nd and 3. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanley. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Stanley, flush to his right. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the gun, Stanley. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stanley. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You got tape. Leo. Check. Fair. Fire.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Go. Rock it.
They go with Jacobs. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Down. 50, plant.
53. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
58 to Mike.
Get it.
2nd and 4. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
On 4th down, Stanley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Deuce. Switch.
Fire.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he'll find Moreau here. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Leo. Let's go.
It'll be Minshew again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And some room to roam now. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to throw. Stanley. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll try and run for it. And some room to work. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Looking to throw. Stanley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A sack by Todd Davis.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
Hey, Sam off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, Stanley. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
218, chop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Back to throw. Stanley. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? 18, Gator. Pilot, 64, win. Go.
49, check 49, check 49.
2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what is the handbook? And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Leo. Fair. Twist. Get it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Look at me. Door.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch twist.
Now.
Here's Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 37. Shift. Kill.
Look. Squeeze. Ready.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Pittsburgh.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Big rip.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. Always got some breathing room. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Break. Hey, Alpha.
Army.
5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McManus now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Stanley. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Ready?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Go. Smooth.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
He don't know no better. Go.
To throw again, Stanley. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Get it.
From the gun, Stanley. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
On the double.
55. Check. 50.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Now.
On 1st and 10, Stanley. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't